Hello, everyone. My name is Radhika. Welcome back to another insightful episode of Teal Bites. Today, we're pleased to have with us Mr. Amit Sharma, CIO at Cytecare Cancer Hospitals. Amit serves as a CIO and the head of partnerships and CSR at Cytecare Cancer Hospitals in Bangalore, bringing over 23 years of experience across Indian and global life sciences, healthcare, and IT sectors. A postgraduate in pharmacology from KMC Manipal and an MBA in strategy from MDI Gurgaon, Amit is also a Chevening Fellow in Leadership and Management from the University of Oxford. He leads a passionate team dedicated to delivering world class cancer care and actively collaborates with NGOs and educational institutions to promote cancer awareness and secure fundings for treatment through CSR initiatives. Amit, a very warm welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you on Teal Bites today.
Thanks, Radhika, and it's a pleasure to be there on your forum.
Thanks, Amit. So, Amit, today I would like to get your insights on that. Given your experience and background in the healthcare sector, if you had to bet on one emerging technology that will revolutionize cancer care in the next decade, what would it be and why?
Well, no surprises actually. I mean, each and every sector, if you speak to any of the leaders out there, I think the buzzword is artificial intelligence, AI.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I would also not deviate from the norm because the fact of the matter is AI is actually revolutionizing each and every field, and healthcare is no different from that. So in space of cancer care, I really feel that the next decade, AI-driven precision healthcare or precision medicine would be a game changer. And
Okay.
why do I believe that? There are few specific, I would say, trends that we have been tracking in last couple of years, which made me so certain that things will drastically change for good in terms of the treatment as well as many of the other associated areas in the space of cancer care.
Okay. Can you share some example, just out of
Yeah.
yeah,
So, say we all have been hearing something about the personalized treatment plans. In
right.
a very simplistic way, it is tailor-made for me. So that's the norm. So unlike you have fever and you have a general paracetamol,
Mhm.
in space of cancer care, the idea is actually my treatment should be tailored according to my own genetic makeup.
Okay.
But this easier said and done has been a Herculean task. And now with AI, we have a capability to analyze the vast amount of genetic data, the patient history, clinical
Right.
records, which runs into hundreds and thousands of pages to
Right.
identify that personalized treatment plans, which should be tailored to an individual and
Okay.
suited to that genetic makeup, which I was mentioning to you, because cancer
Okay.
ultimately is related to the gene makeup. There is a
Correct.
there is a
Yeah.
genetic mutation which happens, which leads to cancer.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so precisely, if we are able to actually achieve that, this would allow for therapies that are targeted and efficient while also reduce the side effect considerably in the patients. So that's
Okay.
one part. The other interesting part related to cancer and related to AI is the sheer possibility, or I would say it's already happening in the real world, is the
Mhm.
early detection and diagnosis. Because
Correct.
AI powered
Very
tool,
important.
yeah, so because AI powered tool can detect patterns in medical imaging, biomarker analysis, or even some of the patterns which we get from the health records, especially the electronic health records,
Okay.
which
Okay.
generally go unnoticed because there is so amount of data. Manually, it is impossible to do that kind of analysis by human or by doctors. So
Right.
AI-enabled tool can enable earlier diagnosis of cancers, ultimately which can improve the survival of the patient, because the earlier we are able to detect and diagnose, the
Yeah.
earlier we're able to start the treatment
Yeah.
and ultimately save lives. Similar
Absolutely.
to that thing is something called as a predictive analytics. So
Okay.
when we are talking of predictive analytics, I mean, it's something related to machine learning because say the data you fed in into the system, the machine learning algorithm will be able to predict the disease progression, recurrence, or patient response to the therapies based
Hmm.
on the patterns. which typically is noticed, and then there is a comparison. And we
Okay.
have the current data and the historical data. So
Okay.
the amalgamation of the current and the historical data provides the system some
Mhm.
sort of a predictive capabilities, which will actually enable the clinicians to intervene in a proactive manner. So
Okay.
that's what I foresee again is the role of a AI.
Okay.
Now, these three things which I mentioned to you are more in the treatment setting or in the hospital setting.
Right.
Going or staying within the cancer care space, AI would also play a lot important role in the development of new drugs. So there is something called as a drug discovery and drug
Okay.
development.
Hmm.
So drug discovery is basically when you are actually starting up the development of a discovery of a drug from the labs.
Yeah.
So just to give you an idea, typically a new drug comes out of 10,000 molecules which are developed in a lab. So
Right.
the funnel is so large and it comes into a single thing.
Hmm.
Now, earlier or historically, everything was kind of manual. So those 10,000 molecules have to be screened and then the funnel start growing down. Now,
Okay.
everything with AI and machine learning,
Yeah.
there is a capability to analyze the molecular interactions, predicting the compound effectiveness, and
Okay.
accelerating the drug discovery timelines. So, this
Oh,
innovation itself using AI could be groundbreaking because the treatment can be reduced in a fraction of time. I mean, in our own lives or in front of us, we have seen how the timelines of a drug discovery is reduced in case of a COVID vaccine. I mean,
right.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I think now the players are coming together and use of more and more of predictive analytics and machine learning capabilities. And with the use of this technology, actually globally, all the laboratories can together work rather
Hmm.
than working in the isolation. So that itself is something technology is playing a lot of important role. And last but not the least in this space, the capability of data integration and holistic insights. Because as I
Okay.
mentioned to you, I mean, within the ecosystem, actually, there were different types of players who are involving in different cycles of drug development and drug discovery. There were data
Absolutely.
which was coming from genomics, there were data which was coming from imaging,
Hmm.
from the actual clinical sides, environmental factors, and even the lifestyle data. Now,
Right.
they were working in silos and there was no integration. Now
Hmm.
with the onset of technology, with the advent of possibilities of integrating everything and then actually using the insights driving out of such integrations, it enables the scientists to provide a 360 view of cancer. It provides the healthcare providers to address both genetic and the external factors. So
Yeah.
ultimately, everything is leading to, I would say, the improvement in the capabilities of coming out with the newer treatments.
Right.
These are
Right.
few examples which comes to my mind, and then there are a lot of other things. So, say clinical trial is another area where AI can play an important role,
Okay.
because any drug which comes into the market has to undergo clinical trials. Now,
Hmm.
finding out patient for clinical trials itself was a very manual process, because
Absolutely.
patients were spread across countries and even in continents.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a way of actually integrating the data of so many patients spread across continents
Hmm.
and even cities, then you are able to find out the best suited patient which are eligible for that clinical trials, which
Okay.
actually speed up the entire process of the drug development.
Okay.
I
Okay.
would say, I mean, all these parameters, if you look in totality, AI driven precision medicine ultimately enhance the overall accuracy of inventions. It reduces the errors also, because
Right.
a lot of things are now machine dependent.
Yeah.
Um, Chances of errors like the transcription error or human errors are reduced.
How AI is, used in the healthcare industry. I mean, really good. And thank you so much. I look forward to, again connecting with you on many such insights from you on topics like this. So thank you so much, Amit.
Thanks, Radhika. Pleasure talking to you.
Same here. Thank you.